Hi, today is Monday, March the 6th, 2017. We have just entered the second week of Lent, and this is as we speaks. Early this morning, Göteborgs-Posten, the Gothenburg Post, so to speak, published an article, an interview with Sweden's ex-Prime Minister, Fredrik Reinfeldt. In this interview, Mr. Reinfeldt talks about Brexit and how he's not very fond of this. And he also talks about how he thinks that it's a mistake to close borders because there are failed states around Europe, and Europe should open their borders and let them in. Because Mr. Reinfeldt still lives in his own fantasy world, in his own la-la land, where everyone sings Kumbaya and holds each other's hands. He does not live in reality. Anyway, what happened later, the very same day, there were riots at a school in Hallsberg in Sweden. Hallsberg is situated, Hallsberg is an interesting place because a lot of trains stop there. So I have been there to shift trains because, if you're going from one part of the country to another, and if you're not going straight, because, you have to shift trains there. And anyway, so it's a place I know of. I've been there. It's a small place, not very big, but at Allskolan, which is the name of a high school in Hallsberg, there were riots today, and masked people showed up. If they were students at the school or whatever, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know if they were Swedish citizens or wherever they came from. I don't know that either. But I do know that some of them stole a police car and drove away. And others of them were throwing stones at the police. This seems to be common in Sweden these days. And it wasn't like this when I grew up. I mean, this has happened in Sweden in only one generation. When I grew up in Sweden, when I was a kid 30 years ago, and when I was young 20 years ago, nothing like this ever happened in Sweden. I mean, maybe there were one or two riots in an entire decade, and now there seems to be one every other week. And what I don't understand, why aren't the police shooting at them? If you throw stones at the police, you should get shot. Okay, you shouldn't get killed. I'm all for that. The police shouldn't kill you, but they should shoot you so you stop throwing stones. If you try to steal a police car, they should shoot you too in the leg or something. Not to kill you, but to stop you. And if they did that, maybe people stopped acting like this. I sincerely mean that the police in Sweden, they need to toughen up. And I understand that this is probably not something that the police officers themselves, it's not their fault. I am 100% sure about this. It's not their fault. It's somewhere higher up in the organization. I mean, when are you going to fire that political commissar Dan Eliasson? I mean, I think Sweden should hire Rudy Giuliani and let him deal with this, because the Swedes, they can't, obviously. They are too wimpy. Sweden has had peace for over 200 years, and that's the problem. They have no idea how to deal with real aggression. And Sweden it's like watching the Titanic sink. The unsinkable ship is sinking, but when Titanic was sinking, people started jumping ship. Well, that happens. People who are able to leave Sweden, they are moving out. That's true. There is a lot of emigration from Sweden of people with skills. They leave Sweden. A little too hot, but I needed that. And I mean, just happened today. I don't have very much information yet. This is just my first comment. I might have to get back to this. I'm just really annoyed at what's going on in my old home country. I am happy I live in Norway. We don't see this here. Thank God for that. But please, Sweden, you have to fix this now. You can't keep on like this. And Europe needs to close their borders. Mr. Reinfeldt is just an old, or not very old, but he's a fool, a kumbaya la la land fool who should keep his mouth shut, because he was the one who started this or accelerated this madness in Sweden with his crazy migration policies. Yeah, I guess that's about all I have to say right now. I'm still worked up about this. So I guess I need to take a walk before and think more about this. So anyway, I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel through PayPal and through Patreon. Small and large donations, any amounts are fine. They are coming in. And if you like this channel, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything. Please like my videos if you like them. If you've got something to say, feel free to comment. And feel free to share my videos on social media. I appreciate that a lot. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. And that can be done, as I said, through PayPal and through Patreon. And I will include all the necessary information about that and about what's going on in the box below. This is a Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.